This is David. Just wanted to comment on week one. It is in the books here for ECEC 204. There are a few things that I think are important that I talk about. One would be the discussion forums, and the second would be how you're going to see my grading for the short answer assignment. So I thought I would do this follow my mouse video to help explain it to you. The first thing that half of the class got correct and the other half did not was you have the discussions this week. On the second discussion, and then in all subsequent discussions, I found out who actually would read the introduction and who would watch my video and who did not. The ones who read this got it correct. The ones who did not read it or watch the video did not get it correct. And if you look down here under discussion forums, I do things a little differently. And so I highlighted that in two different areas early on in the class. I posted this, oh gosh, a week before the class started. And so first message to you all is make sure you read everything I post, and because that's very important. So if you look down here on the discussion forums, it says I treat discussion forums a little differently. And then I bolded this. I said you will have different response requirements in this class as compared to other classes you may have taken. You're required to have an initial post by Thursday, which is what all of you are probably used to. You'll be required to provide a response post to a minimum of one fellow classmate, and then you'll also be required to provide a response to me. And I noted that here. I have a video in each one of the discussion posts, and I also emphasized it down here in my course overview video. So those of you who did not provide a response to me, you lost points the first week. So I would encourage you to do two things. First of all, make sure you respond to me. And then secondly, make sure you read everything that that you have here on the announcements page, all right? I make quite a few announcements. I also suspect there'll be some of you who won't even listen to this video. So those will be the ones who perhaps will continue to make errors. But bully to you who watched the videos and followed the announcements. I'm really pleased that you did that. I do that to try and make the learning here much more interactive going forward, okay? The second thing I want to encourage you to do, here in your digital textbook that you have, there are some really good videos that are included. I just, here in chapter 11, this one in particular on GDP and recession and those things, provide a good opportunity for you to look at those and gain a much more informed opinion on the textbook. So it kind of brings the textbook alive. So make sure that you not only read the information in the textbook, but if it has a video there or something that you can follow, this one's like a minute long, so it's not that long, and it'll help you understand what can be a very, very complex topic, all right? And so now let's talk about the short answer assignments. You don't write papers in this course, you just have short answer assignments. And so what you're going to see is I recreated some of your papers this way, and I would ask you, if you would, to try and mirror the way that I've set up these papers. It just makes it a whole lot easier for me to respond on your short answers. So I have a separate page here where and if you didn't do this the first week, that's fine. I didn't ask you to. But I do this so I can comment more. So I'll have a cover page here, and I'll make some general comments over here in the margin on the 10 questions for that week. I think the last week there were just 5 questions, but most weeks there are 10 questions. And here's the way I'm going to do this. You'll have, for example, the first question will be up here in the circular flow diagram, blah, blah, blah. You will give me your answer here. What I will do below that, and I think I'm going to do it in blue, is I'm going to provide an answer that I think fully answers that question. So you'll be able to see what I think is a good answer versus what you have. They may be similar, they may be close, but I want to make sure I provide that answer below your answer. And then over here in the margin, you'll see the total number of points. Now, most of these will be 7.5 points per question. So there's 7.5 points times 10, which is 75 points per assignment. So I'll put the number here. So I think you did pretty well. You may have 7 points versus 7.5. So I'll put that there so you fully understand the number of points on that question. And then I'll make some comments down here on your submission for that question. If you fully answer the question, I'm just going to say great job or something of that nature. So for each one of the 10 questions that you have here, I'm going to supply what I consider to be a good answer, a good, fully representative answer, and then my comments and your grade for each one of those down the right. So this is going to be pretty busy as you go all the way down to the bottom. Okay? I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about the expectations. Again, the two biggest things here from week one are make sure you respond to me as one of your responses in the discussion forum. And then on the short answers, I just wanted you to see the detail that I'm going to provide for you going forward. If you have any questions about this, make sure you reach out. Take care.